Stickers. Yes, stickers probably aren't the first thing you think of when you click on a tech channel, but these ones here from Microsoft, well, these have piqued my interest a little bit. Released late last year, this is Microsoft's Surface Adaptive Kit, which are a flexible set of tactile tools for the Microsoft Surface range of laptops and tablets. They're literally stickers, so they will work on anything with a Surface, not just a Microsoft Surface product. So I'm going to try these out on my iPad and a few other products not made by Microsoft. First things first, I don't have any of the disabilities that require something like the Microsoft Surface Adaptive Kit, so I am reviewing it with that perspective in mind. I do really care about products like this though, and that's because my younger brother has a disability and I spent a lot of time in and around the community in the town that I grew up in. One thing that really stuck with me, there is a fair bit of tech out there for disabled people, but a lot of it is either not very good or not very thoughtful or just stupidly expensive. Oftentimes it is just all three and you feel like you get ripped off when you buy something. Oh my God, the tales I could tell you about this accessible bicycle that my parents bought my brother. So when I see a product like this coming from a corporate tech giant like Microsoft, yeah, it's safe to say I'm pretty interested. Is this worth buying or giving to someone who needs it? Or is it just a bunch of stickers? I guess we find out by cracking it open. The first thing I should note right away actually is this is designed with ease of use in mind. So you should be able to open it fairly easy, probably with one hand, or if you have restricted movement with both hands, you should be able to do it with that like that as well. But yeah, that was one-handed, not bad. So you flip that open, and then you flip this open, and then you can just pull it up like that. Unboxing experience, 10 out of 10, love that. All right, what do we got? So you've got bump labels. So you've also got these clear keycap labels, and this is the applicator. So I think you use that to push them down. You've also got port labels. So I think the idea here is you wrap these around the cable, then you stick this in the USB port and match them up. Finally, we've got the opening support. So this is just like a little ring here that you can put a lanyard or something around. And this is the same sort of deal. So you got two of those, two different options. And that's pretty much it. I do love the packaging, I must admit. I'm gonna have a play with these, see what I can do with them, and I'll report back in a couple of hours and show you what I've come up with. All right, so the first thing that I've noticed, while opening this box is very easy and accessible, applying these stickers is not. I really needed to get fingernails under there to take it off the paper, and then had to be really careful and precise with the sticking because, yeah, they're little buggers. After my experience using these, I feel like some people may need a bit of help getting the stickers off and applying them. It's a shame that they can't be as accessible as the box because that is very easy to open, but yeah, I don't really know what the solution is. Stickers are stickers. This is kind of how they come. Anyway, here are a few examples of what I've tried. These bump labels are great for adding a tactile feel to a key or surface. This helps vision impaired people find what they need, or even if you're not vision impaired, it's a great way to mark something by feel or color. Here I've put one on my Sony headphones so I remember which side the play and pause button are located, and I've popped a little dot down near the jack port so it's a bit easier to locate without looking. I've also put some on this keyboard that I'm currently learning to play piano on. Currently my fingers get lost as soon as I have to change hand positions, so hopefully this will help me build up my muscle memory for that. Then we come to the clear keycap labels, which are definitely my least favorite part of this product. They're clear, so the idea is that you can still feel them, but you can see through them to see what key they're sitting on top of. Unfortunately, no matter what I tried, I couldn't get it as clear as the images on Microsoft's website have. They're all kind of filled with air bubbles and it just looks a bit gross. The applicator just straight up does not work, in my opinion. You're meant to be able to pick up the stickers off a table with it and then apply them to the keyboard, but it's just not doing that. It's not sticky enough. Once I got the keycaps on there, yeah, they actually feel pretty good, and they are a really nice way to find your way around the keyboard if you're vision impaired or if you just don't want to look down. And I didn't want to look down because it ruins the look of my keyboard. Next up are these port labels, which are best for matching cables with ports. That's really helpful if you struggle a bit with matching ports with plugs, or if you just have a lot of cables laying around. For me, it actually solved a problem I have fairly frequently with this keyboard. When I need to plug it into charge, I have to lift it up to find the port and then find the correct cable. Wrap this around here and stick that there. Now I can do it all at a glance. It's so much quicker. Finally, the opening supports. These allow you to stick a loop pretty much anywhere you please. Then you can loop in something like a lanyard to help pull it open. This one's probably most useful for people who can't open their laptops from the front. Here, I stuck a lanyard to the back of my laptop. Now I can open it up from a different angle with a bit more leverage. I also tried the same thing on my iPad without the lanyard. And yes, that is a Wii wrist strap. What can I say? It works. So overall, besides the keycaps, which just don't look all that good and are hard to apply, it's a very good product. And those were just a few examples of what you can do with it. A lot of the stuff that I used it for wasn't really for accessibility purposes either. It was just general quality of life improvements for products that I already have. Yeah, so in terms of being a functional product, I would give it an 8 out of 10. It's quite useful. But as a consumer, I feel like 25 bucks is a lot of money to ask for some stickers that might help you. But for Microsoft, 25 bucks is nothing. Like, come on, they bought gaming company Activision Blizzard for $69 billion the other week. So my hope and my pitch to Microsoft is this. Make this free. Just give it away with Surface laptops. It doesn't cost you that much extra, and it is a huge help for the people who need it. And as I demonstrated, it is useful for everyone. It's just, it's just getting an extra few stickers in the box can make a huge difference, and it's a hell of a lot more responsible than selling this to people who need it for 25 bucks. If you're looking for something that is great value from Microsoft, can I suggest Xbox Game Pass? I explain why it's such good value in this video right here. Check it out.